What is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, of course, back again with another post-commentary duel video. I know I only single uploaded yesterday, but it was like a 40-minute in-depth video, an in-depth guide on Mermails. This format, if that's something that interests you, go ahead and check it out. It'll be annotated at the end of the video. But we got a bit of like a throwback match, maybe? I don't know. We have True-Dracos versus Lightsworn Monarch. Very interesting matchup. My friend on the right there, as you can tell by his playmat, is a Monarch fan. Gonna go ahead and hit that set Monarch trap card. It's not. Is that escalation of the Monarchs? I know it's not Monarchs Erupt. Of course, that card being played in the True-Draco player's deck. As he go ahead and gets things started off pretty well. This turn, the double diagram, hitting that Apocalypse to go ahead and search, and go ahead and grab one copy of Heritage to hand. Help get some draws later to get some resources back. Also has Upstart Goblin in hand. Gonna go ahead and draw two, though. Looks like he drew into another copy of Heritage. Upstart Goblin, getting him to the Cards of Demise. Just what he needed right there. Definitely quite the top deck. I'm gonna go ahead and use that Heritage effect to tribute for Ignis. Set one, tribute again, the Unending Nightmare, and then swing in for plenty of damage. Get that early damage, as our Monarch player did not have the chance to get any monsters on board his first turn. Demise being activated after the battle phase, so we'll be able to activate that still. And then end phase being forced to discard the Rocky Boy as Demise resolves. But as things stand, he has a 2700 Ignis and a 2600 what looks to be a Majesty Maiden. We're going to see Trade-In get activated, and then Majesty Maiden's going to activate to add Dynamite Knuckle to hand. And it looks like he might have traded in Erebus or Caius the Mega Monarch. And then he's going to go ahead and activate Ignis as well. And activate, I believe it is the main Monarch Searcher card, which I actually kind of forget the name of it. It's been so long since I've played anything with Monarchs. I'm going to have to go ahead and open up like YGO Pro real quick and search Monarch stuff, because it's been a quick minute. What is that spell yet? Tenacity of the Monarchs. Basically reveal a monster now with 2400 attack, 1000 defense, or 2000 attack and 1000 defense. And then he gets to add a Monarch spell or trap card from deck to hand, and he grabs, I believe it was Stormforth, to go ahead and tribute for a monster, which I have no idea what it is. So I had to go pause the commentating and look it up, and it's actually a card called Tenmataite, which has the effect that states, let me go ahead and read it here. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of any monster effect activated by a monster that was normal, summoned, or set. So basically, anytime our Monarch player has a monster that is normal summoned and is trying to activate an effect, his opponent cannot activate any cards or effects in response. So that's actually not bad. It's just it's a weird card. It's a nice tech card, 2400 attack, 1000 defense, so fits right in with the whole Monarch archetype. I'm going to go ahead and see Disciples now, return 2 Heritage, and what looks like to be Apocalypse. Of course, we have that True King's Return face up on the board right now as it brought back True-Draco Ignis Heat. And we'll go ahead and grab, of course, a draw. Looks like he's got a Duality in hand as well. Cannot activate it this turn unless he's special summoned in the end phase. Diagram, going to go ahead and destroy Disciples, of course, to add Apocalypse. Disciples going to go ahead and pop Domain, as that was boosting up Tenmataite by an additional 800, because, you know, Domain's a cool card. And then we're going to see him exchange copies of Diagram to pop a set Apocalypse. That's going to clear 10 out of the way, no problem. And then, of course, after that, add a nice copy of Heritage to hand and go ahead and draw 2, because why not? And then, of course, put Dynamite Knuckle on the board, tribute that Heritage, and swing in for game plenty. We're going to go ahead and head into game 2 now. Monarch player going to opt to go first, starting things off with an Upstart Goblin. Of course, 9,000 life. pantheism of the Monarchs being activated, discarding 1 to draw 2. Now, I believe that Monarch card he discarded to the grave was a new Monarch spell. It's like a Monster Reborn type effect. Yeah, it's called Restoration of the Monarchs. Activate this card by target 1 monster in your grave with 24 attack, 1000 defense, or 28 and 1000 special summon and defense, but it negates its effects. Also equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. The equipped monster can be treated as 2 tributes for a tribute summon, and you can only activate once per turn. So that card's actually pretty damn good if you ask me. In fact, if anything can be treated as 2 tribute summons, that you bring it out of the grave, fits right into the whole Monarch, you know, scheme, if you will. We see a Tenacity Engrave Lila being played here. Of course, in the end phase, is going to mill 3. It's going to set 3 back row. End phase, Lila will activate mill 3, Reasoning, Card Trooper, and a copy of Foolish Burial. Not the mills my man was looking for. Probably was hoping for the Monarch Trap card, which I think... I'm drawing a blank here of what it's called. I believe it's a trap, and it's, yeah, the Prime Monarch. I think that's the card he was probably hoping to hit. Gonna go ahead and roll a dice here because Heritage was popped for the summon of Majesty Maiden, and then he's gonna go ahead and hit Escalation. Escalation is going to be chained, and he could right now, immediately afterwards, resolve, but after that, we're going to see Stormforth be activated. Majesty Maiden will chain to Stormforth to search Dynamite. Mega Caius will come down to tribute during his turn before he loses the escalation. Of course, Stormforth giving him access to tribute away the Majesty Maiden, but now our True-Draco player has to worry about this Mega Caius, which is no joke. 2800 attack, 1000 defense. I'm pretty sure that's the way the chain links would have went down, and hopefully everything went legally there, because honestly it looked fine to me, but you know, there might be some Yu-Gi-Oh elitist, rulist, all-knowing champion in the comments section, and feel free to let me know if that actually went correctly, because it looked like it did on the surface, but I don't know if something misses timing or not. But I think everything would have been fine. But the True-Draco player, of course, has a Stormforth of his own to get back at this Monarch player, so he will go ahead and get rid of that Caius the Mega Monarch. No problem for 1 copy of True-Draco Ignis Heat to then swing over Lightsworn Sorceress Lila. And then set what looks like to be a skill drain and a True-Draco return with a copy of Majesty Maiden in the grave. We're going to see the Prime Monarch get activated now, which I believe it has its face-up effect is target 2 Monarch spell trap cards in the graveyard, then shuffle into the deck, then draw 1. So that's pretty decent. We'll go ahead and do that end phase. That'll net him a draw now, and then a draw during his draw phase. But Ignis Heat will go off as well to search a copy of Disciples. Planning on probably doing some tributing during his turn, or perhaps during the next turn if he does have an Apocalypse. Gonna go ahead and put back Tenacity and Escalation. Ignis going to activate again, searching another copy of Heritage. Our True-Draco player getting all the pluses, but so is our Monarch player, going to be able to net 3 draws here between the end phase and the end of his draw phase into the standby phase. Of course, being a once per turn face-up trap, he can use it during his opponent's turn as well as his turn to net 2 extra draws, which of course those extra draws won't hurt. Monster Reborn being activated now. Of course, he has the opportunity to go for Majesty Maiden in his opponent's graveyard. Could go for Lightsworn Sorceress or Mega Caius. But instead, it looks like he's going to go for Lila. In my opinion, I don't know if going for Caius would have been the best thing. But Lila, I feel like, is going to be his priority. He's going to use its destruction effect, which honestly I don't know why that would be something you'd go for. I feel like destroying the back row would be one of the worst things you could do, but it gets the true King's Return off the board regardless. And of course that will pop Lyle, but now he's got a Majesty Maiden on board as well, and he's going to go ahead and have to pass. Unfortunately, those draws weren't enough to get him to where he wanted to be. And now it's up to our True-Draco player this turn to basically just clean up. He's got a Dynamite Knuckle on board. Now going to pop that Eruption of the Monarchs. Of course, not going to do him any good in this matchup. I would say this is definitely, as a Monarch player, if you're worried about a matchup to run into, this is one you definitely don't want to run into in 2018 because your opponent is just not phased by Domain, not phased by Eruption because, you know, True-Draco mains Eruption themselves, as well as Skill Drain cards that we see a lot of Monarch players main. Our True-Draco players are also maining as well. Keep in mind, this is new ban list. Draws into a Pot of Duality off that Disciple. Is going to go ahead and activate that. There's Demise. Rocky Boy could go for game here if he takes the Rocky Boy. He will. That's an extra 19. Put Majesty Maiden in attack position. Swing for 24, 23, 25, and 19. And that's all she wrote for that one. Of course, True-Draco taking the match 2-0. Who would have expected a different outcome? I know I wouldn't have. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's duel video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If there are any soft cheats, misplays, I hope not. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As always, Winter Kill sign out. We'll see you in the next one.